Hey guys, today I'm going to be walking through my Givi Trekker case. This is my trunk that goes on the back of my bike, and yeah, I'm just going to give you a little bit of the information about it and the fact that I like it because I'm a girl and I like to carry lots of stuff with me whenever I go anywhere. So yeah, let's get started. First off, for any Givi case, you're going to have a Givi rack. Now, racks are bike specific. We picked up the Ninja 500 rack off of twistedthrottle.com. It's actually kind of hard to find this one because the Ninja 500 is no longer produced, so this rack was pretty tricky to find. Once we found it, we snapped it right up. It has this plate where the box itself will sit. You can still see the license plate and blinkers and everything despite this plate, and then it comes down and it's got these two attachments. Now, I do want to note that to get these to attach to the bike, we had to take off the little underside clips that flip out that you attach bungee cords and things to. The Ninja 500 as well as the Ninja 250 both have little clips built into the bike, and on the 500 you're going to have to take those off if you want to attach a Givi mount. That being said, all these are bike specific, so you're going to have to look into finding one that will work with your bike if you're trying to go sport touring like I am. So yeah, pretty simple. Now I have the Trekker 52 liter case. It's pretty spacious in there. It's got little straps to strap things down. When you put it on, it goes on pretty easily. Alright, so we're trying to line up these little inserts with these little grooves, like here. Can you even see that? Okay, so once they both line up, then you're trying to set this down, and you just gotta pop it down until it clicks. Then you have your rack that you can fill. Now there is a weight limit. I think mine has a 22-pound weight limit, so you can't pack bricks or anything else that's incredibly heavy. And you can't really use it for moving, but you can use it for camping and for going out of town and going hiking and packing all your gear in it, etc., etc. It does hold quite a bit of stuff. I've got another little clip that I'll put up after this showing you exactly how much stuff it holds. Now, once it is on the bike, once you hear that snap of it closing, it will not come off the bike until you use the key. Now, this key works for two purposes. You've got your little mechanism that goes over and then slides. Gotta turn the key. And then slides down. And then you've got this button which will unlock it. And you have this silver button down here that once the key is turned, that's what you use to pop the case off. You push it, and pop it off like that. But once the key is locked, it's not coming off. So there you have it. It's a pretty secure way to store things like helmets and electronics and whatever else it is you need to store. Well, it's secure insofar as the case itself won't be removed, and the rack is pretty difficult to remove. Somebody can still steal your bike, which is unfortunate. But there you have it. That's the Trekker 52 liter case by Givi on my Ninja 500. And now we'll go inside and see how much stuff we can pack into this sucker. Okay, so exactly how much stuff will this Givi trunk hold? This is all my gear, and I'm going to fill it with gear on the context of if you wanted to ride your bike and then go hiking, but you didn't want to go gearless to get there, but you didn't want to wear all your gear while you were hiking, could you take your trunk, pack all your gear into it, hike, and then come back and ride your bike home with all your gear? So we're going to see just exactly how much of this stuff will fit into this trunk. I think probably the biggest piece of gear that is completely unable to change its shape, of course, is the helmet. And my helmet does indeed fit into the Givi trunk. It's goes right from the front to the back, but I did tuck my gloves inside of it. So my gloves are inside my helmet, and that's one way to conserve a little bit of space. But yeah, helmets do fit, at least one. It looks like you could probably fit a whole second helmet if that's all the gear you're wearing. And you could just tuck 2 helmets in here, lock them up, go in, have lunch somewhere, and that way you and your buddy can both ride together and both store your helmet safely. Works better than a helmet lock insofar as you can't cut the strap and take the helmet off of the helmet lock. Not that many people are willing to do that because that ruins the integrity of the helmet, but it does happen just because people are jerks. Now I know this is a lot of black on black, but you can see that I've been able to add my denim jacket, which is a women's size medium, kind of all crumpled up. It does have back armor, elbow armor, and shoulder armor, and all that armor is in there, as well as a replacement shield, so if you're riding with a clear one, if you want a clear one to go with you so that you can ride home at night, it does fit just alongside the helmet. Now I still have my knee pads and my boots that still need to somehow fit in here. Yeah, we are quickly running out of space though, but we'll see if we can't get these in here. The boots aren't bad, they can lay down, so all that we have left is our knee pads. This is actually the configuration I use when I take my trunk to work, because I don't like to wear my boots at work, and I can actually tuck my knee pads into my messenger bag that I always carry. So yeah, woman, lots of stuff, but this will work. It is able to close. There's no gap here, you can latch it. So it's able to close with this much stuff in it. But as far as fitting the knee pads, it's going to be pretty tricky. Okay, so this is the trunk with the knee pads tucked into it. Because of the depth of the lid, this is about as high as you can get things. When I close the trunk, you can see that while nothing is hanging out, there is also a gap that runs along that I can fit my finger into. That being said, I can squish it down and I can still lock it. So this does fit. All this gear fits into this one trunk. So there you go. Give you an idea of how much stuff will fit in here easily. That is how much stuff. 1 helmet, 1 pair of gloves, 1 pair of boots, 1 pair of knee pads, 1 armored jacket, and 1 extra shield. All fits into this Givi trunk.